start making rap songs go real slow, like 80 beats.
That slow beat and the dance to go with it was the evolution for Memphis hip-hop. Memphis rap headed nowhere but up.
Cat. What's up, chat? It's not late, you're late. I missed that show too, but get derpy. I'm on late because I had a good night. And now I'm back. So I said, fuck it. Let's, instead of me drinking the beer by myself, I want to drink it with you guys. So check. Let's see if I'm louder than the music. Am I louder than the music? Yes, I am. Let me turn down the music a little bit. I could cook me a good ass steak. Uno, Tanner, Macedon, Boulevard.
The absence of humanity is a fulfillment so graceful But even God wouldn't understand it.
I'm also double streaming at the other place. I'm trying to pop out the chat. The fuck did I do it last time? I don't know. I can read the chat at least. What are you cooking up over there, motherfucker? I'll cook me some steaks. I don't use onions. I fucking use shallots. As Gordon Ramsay would put it. Shallots. Shallots. Lots of shallots. Lots of shallots. Shallots. Lots. Shuttle ding dong. Where is my beer? Everything's settled now. All the goddamn windows I have to deal with now. And I did get some tahini. So that's a plus. Yo, if you got some beer, food, lunch, I'm up in the air, bitches. R.I.P. to Sly Stone, too, as well. What do you mean, Rambo or Rocky? I'll show you my favorite Sly Stone interview ever. Let me lower this. Sly Stone, what do you want me to show you that he's in Rocky? I don't want to show this shit until we go to the other place. My favorite interview was he was fucked up, like in half the interview, so we could just like throw a rock at him tonight. It'd be funny. If you're cooking food in the microwave, make sure you turn it, rotate it 2-3 minutes. Like, what are you, Tom Mundo? Cook a steak in the microwave. It's a joke, sad. Okay. Django. You mean Django? Oh, ass. I was like, he wasn't in those fucking movies. Was he in a movie? Was it what movie did they portray him? Somebody acted as him. Fuck, what movie was it? His classic red hat on and red suit, no undershirt. What the fuck? Throwing a shirt. Tango and Cash were robbed at the Oscars. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I know about it. I don't think I've ever seen it. can see the fucking search bar. I'm like, where the fuck is the search bar at? This is the one where he's all fucked up at. Of course, it's Dick Cavett. Dick Cavett. Dick Cavett in your ass.
Don't ever let anyone tell you that the show doesn't have an entertainment budget here. Free water for those who request it. Anyone else can interest you in water? It's delicious. Mr. What do I call you, actually?
Just Mr.
Just, you like the way I did? I'm going to be put on.
No. Just whatever. It doesn't matter because it's only for means of identification. Whatever you say, man.
Well, but a person wants to be known by his name or something similar to it.
I can feel when you're talking to me. I don't care what you call me.
You're the first guest that's ever said that.
I don't feel like I'm a guest. You're a very fine host.
I don't make you feel like a guest?
No.
You don't feel you have to stay and help with the dishes or anything?
This is crazy. This guy was like, he said he was just tired. I mean, the motherfucker's pulling out Quaaludes, stoned out of his mind. Which, I mean, I don't really. I mean, when you get stoned out of your mind, I fucking act the same way. I'm just like, bro, like, any fucking donuts around, or what do you got? Do you got ice cream with little pies in it, like Homer said?
It's nice to see you. I must say, your clothes look so warm, and it's very hot in here, and it's hot.
Actually, I'm not sweating at all.
Wise choice is PCB. Never mind.
That's leather, and that's very. Can you not get this in Dacron?
More likely.
More likely. Okay. Let me explain something to me, though, that I know you had talked about before, but in what sense is the group a family? Why do you call it the family Stone? Were they originally, are they all members of the same Jewish family named Stone or something? No, I guess not. I mean, you thought of the name, I assume.
You don't let me answer, though.
No. You're going to answer that.
He doesn't remember.
My brother plays guitar. Yeah. And my sister plays electric piano. And Larry plays bass. He's a cousin of Cynthia Robinson who plays trumpet. Yeah. Greg plays Gregorico, plays drums.
Right.
Is there any place I'm supposed to look?
No, just...
Kevin was the whitest man. I mean,
put your confidence in me and look straight
whitest
ahead.
man, yeah, but Larry Bird was whiter than him. Larry Bird was clear.
Gregorico plays drums.
Mm-hmm.
So Larry Bird is not
And,
white.
Jerry
Larry Bird
Martin plays saxophone.
And that's why the group is called... Okay.
Totally didn't answer the question, but all right.
See, they thought I wouldn't get an answer out of you.
You're a nice person.
Yeah, we met earlier.
Yeah, that's what I can tell. I got 2 reasons to believe that you're nice.
Now and then. Tell me something, though. When I know you're responsible for all the music that you do and that you write it, but do you sit down and write it?
Sometimes I stand up.
Yes.
Sometimes I stand up.
But you know that Hemingway wrote it on top of the icebox.
I'm not trying to match with.
No, I know. I say there are writers who write standing, and there are those who...
I write in the mirror. Looking at a mirror.
No, I understand that.
I look at a mirror when I write.
Is he naked? Is he naked?
Is there something I don't get?
No. The reason why I do that is because I can somehow be a great critique, for myself.
Yeah.
I can react spontaneously before I realize that I'm going along with what I'm doing, and dislike it or like it before I realize that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Really, seriously, I'm serious. You don't have to write it down.
No.
It's easier than the ABCs.
When you say writing, though, you don't literally mean it. You mean you stand in front of the mirror and you're composing it in your head. But
I'm writing notes and words, melodies and rhythms and things.
Yeah.
And I sit in front of the mirror and I write, and then I look up, and then something happens, and I go, oh. Yeah.
And you take that out, you cross it.
Yeah,
I mean, there'd be some times where I'll write music and I'm just like, and I record it and I go, what the fuck was I thinking?
That's that off.
Right.
Because that is a natural reaction.
How long did you study composition?
About 4
There would
years,
be
5
some
years.
good parts of
They snorkeled. They snorted when I said how long you studied composition.
They didn't snort.
They didn't know that you.
They might have snorted.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
didn't snort.
A couple
They
of
didn't
people
snort.
seemed to snort, though, for a second. Didn't you hear?
I don't know them.
No, I know a great deal.
I know the ones that you.
I know more about you than you probably know about me.
fucking syringe.
But I don't know. I mean, it's hardly anything to be ashamed of on your part, is it?
I don't know.
But I know about your disc jockey period, and I know that I know your original name. Which
Sylvester
you never
Stewart.
used. Sylvester Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, I always use it.
But when you were disc jockey, you didn't use it. Or did you?
Yeah, I use it.
Well, you see that then the
When
chances
somebody
are that
said
you know
your
more
name is
about me
Mr.
than I know.
When somebody said your name is Mr. It's just, I just said whatever came either slide Sylvester.
Right. Also know about
Hey,
your
man.
I know about your having a cold.
Yeah.
Right. Let me ask you a
I
serious.
had the flu.
Oh, good. What form of it?
I don't really know, but I went to San Francisco to have fun.
Yeah.
I stayed at a hotel on the floor, rolling on the floor for about 3 days.
Yeah.
I had the flu. I started to take vitamins about 6 months ago, about 13 vitamins a day.
And your health fell off ever since
Well,
then?
no, and I forgot my vitamins, and I went to San Francisco and blew it.
So you believe in it?
That is the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. On the radio, on television.
Do you think about yourself ever as a influence on the young? You know, you have a great following and listen to your records and all, and they listen to the lyrics. And
Everybody's an
records.
influence, I guess.
Do you ever think about that? I mean, do you ever sit and think of, I'm an influence on the young?
Well, not
Such
like
a heavy phrase.
But I think
That's how people-
that
Saw something
everybody
run
has an
across.
influence
What
on
the fuck is that? A badass
a number of
roast?
people.
Fucking eat it 10 or
And
$15.
I don't think in our case it is necessarily the young, or I think it's more
Already
the
ate a
young
steak.
and
I'm good.
the mind.
It is a roast.
And some of them are chronologically much
what the
older
fuck
than
that
yourself,
thing is? It's fucking quick.
but they're younger maybe than both of us.
This guy's.
How old would you say you are?
Would I say?
Would I say?
Just ask me.
How old are you?
26.
He was
Really?
fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I would have guessed, I don't know, like a year or two older than that. I don't know what.
Oh, that sounds kind of happy to you.
What?
No, it's not that. Listen, if I were to
No, it's
join your
not.
What
group
is
for a
it then?
time. No, I wanted to ask you a serious question.
I know. I want to ask you one too. I was first.
He's right about that. You want to ask me a serious question?
Yeah. How come you thought I was 2 or 3 years older?
I don't have the slightest idea.
You know how
I
some
just
people
thought that
don't
'cause
know
I-
anything?
Yeah,
Some people don't have the slightest idea.
that's right. Name one of them. If a guy like me, suppose I had a background in music and I wanted to play in your group. This is kind of a serious question, kind of a silly question at the same time. Could I dress like this and play with your group?
Yeah, I mean, shit. On the band stored up in fucking suits and shit. Why not?
What do you like?
Wouldn't it look funny, though, I mean, to see somebody dressed with a tie?
With people that were judging the way you were dressing,
Yeah.
I miss.
There'd probably be a certain pressure on me, I suppose, to...
there's a pressure on all of us.
Did interview Forrest Gump? What? Pass it on. Think it's in.
Do you have as much faith in me as you did at the beginning of this interview? Okay.
I like you, man. You're a nice person.
Thank you. Why would he make a thing like that up? Some of you look quizzical. We have a message from our local station.
That was it. He was fucked up for that interview. I like that interview. What do you guys say in the chat? What's up, chat? Late night crew. What's up, Jack? Right. To get a few things. All right. Cool. We are still live. We are still good to go on for maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Sly passed away. Sly Stone, he had a great amount of hits. I mean, which hit didn't he have that you didn't know about? He talked about drugs. He talked about Michael Jackson. Motherfucker didn't give a fuck.
If he wants to, you leave and come back and do some more.
For Sly, how are you, buddy?
I'm okay.
All right. It's good to see you.
Thanks.
Good. Listen, first of all, I gotta say congratulations.
You take a picture of her. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Oh, it's.
Miss Petey, wave to her, please.
She's very sweet. How are you?
Yeah, she's
All right.
great.
All right. So congratulations, I gotta say.
Thanks.
Right, you got a little victory. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember me? I interviewed you about a couple of times.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thanks.
I'm gonna say that.
Thanks.
Right. Whatever you're doing, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how do you feel? You got a nice, you know?
Well, I feel like
It's like drugs. Miss Purdy over there. She got that fucking mustache lined up. I know I like it.
some things need to be settled before I sign some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're not ready. You're
I'm coming along now.
Let me ask you this: what's the first thing you do with the money when you get the money? What's the first thing you're gonna do?
I just automatically think of my kids. Right?
Take care of your kids.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I gotta be. Just
Everybody says
automatic. I don't
that's
know.
a lot.
Good man. Good man. Okay. So have you seen any of that money yet, or you're still not happy, so you're not going to sign anything?
Well, I've not agreed to
The settlement yet.
some ideas that lawyers have. They agree with things that they don't know that are important.
Gotcha.
They're lawyers.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how the last year or so? How have you been? Because
I'm strong because of it.
one of the questions people have now is, right? Because everyone knows you love your van, right? You love your RV. You get the settlement. Do you stay in the RV or do you get a house? Do you get a new RV?
I don't know.
Right?
Probably get a bigger new RV.
Because you like the idea of staying mobile and
I like that.
right?
Yeah.
All right. That's exciting. Let me ask you this: have you heard the news about Suge Knight?
Yeah.
Right?
He shot somebody.
No. Somebody shot him a few weeks ago, but last night apparently he was in his car, and there was a fight, something with Dr. Dre, and his friend died because he was behind him when he was pulling out. Right? So he got arrested. He ran somebody over, yeah, and he got arrested. He got arrested for murder last night. I don't think it's murder. I think it's a bit of a stretch. It was his friend who died, right? Do you know?
Wasn't this like 11 years ago or something like that? When the fuck was this? It says 2015. So 10 years ago? Fuck, that's crazy. So he was homeless and he was living at his RV. And Suge Knight had just fucking... He got in another... He got another fucking shooting accident, drive-by and shit. Oh, got another one and I'm still alive. Thank the Lord. Hey? Suge Knight the devil. Looks like he smells like my finger. Wait, what would your finger... You not wash your fucking finger, Mark Dickinson? Gross ass bitch. Who's that? That's Sly Stone. Who died today? How about Michael Jackson? New reports are coming out that he murdered a doctor was framed. It was recorded. Company wanting the Beatles catalog. No, yeah, we yeah, they had said that for years. I mean, he went against Sony and he fucking called them out. Even went against that agent. Let's just say that the Beatles catalog doesn't. Michael Jackson was he was worth more than the Beatles catalog, dead than alive. And for them to, and he was leaving the record label. So what's better for him to be dead and be stuck in a fucking contract that they're always gonna have his fucking rights to, or him leave the record label and then he owns all of his own music and shit, and they lose everything. See where I'm going with this? Yeah, I'm going with this. They put a little extra on the shit to keep him in the record label. You finger, I don't know what that says. What you want to see? Read all the interesting facts. Oh, here's the first one. You smells like onion mixed with nicotine. I don't. What interesting? What the fuck? What interesting? See what's going on with Slice.
Suge Knight at all? Yeah. And this was now he's in jail, right? Any comments on that right now?
Man, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I hope that. I don't know.
That's the bank wagon right
That's
there.
tough, huh?
Yeah.
Man. All right. Let me ask you. You gonna watch the Super Bowl? You a football fan?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you like?
Well, I'll leave it up.
It's Seattle.
Seattle.
It's Seattle and New England, right? So you're rooting for Seattle?
Seattle.
All right. No, that's
You
good.
know about that Seattle. That
New England won, right?
Oh, Seattle's defense, huh? Oh, it's tough. All right, so your kids are good. You're close to. Let me ask you this: rumors are, and I'm just hearing through the grapevine, that you and George Clinton are working together.
That's been on my life.
Yeah, you've known George all your life. He was here the other day, no?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you now, like recently? What do you guys talk about?
It's kind of the same things we did before. Whatever.
Bitches,
we don't
Two legends working together.
Yeah.
Right. For me, that's like, it's like my mind can't handle all that excitement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we get kind of maybe a little closer than two legends.
Who's your my man, the Boondocks?
Because I was gonna, I can't say it right now, but I didn't feel good about some of my people that they say they're my people, and.
Oh, so it's a trust issue. So you don't trust a lot of people, then? Is that it?
I trust everybody.
Yeah, that's the problem. You trust too much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, you and George are working together at this point. So can you talk about that a little bit? Can you elaborate?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna leave in about how far?
Ozzy's in town.
We gotta leave in about 5-10 minutes.
We're gonna watch Ozzy die on stage.
All right. So can you tell me on what level you guys are working together, making music together, producing together?
Automatic music.
Automatic.
Today,
All right. Are you still
No, but I'll park my dick inside your asshole.
recording now?
Yeah.
Grandma's boy.
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about that?
I'll park it in your asshole.
Like it's gonna, like I'll feel like that it'll be new, because that's the way I am. And I can't. I don't know.
And you were born free, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though. I gotta ask, right? It's no secret you had history.
I'll tell you about the rest. I was going to tell you about the music.
Sure.
But I'll tell you later.
Well, let me ask you this.
Did he say the bitches? He said the bitches, right?
Yeah. I was going to tell you about the music.
He didn't.
Sure.
But I'll tell you later.
Well, let me ask you this.
What the fuck?
It's no secret though that you had a history of drug issues in the past, right? Where are you at now with that? Like, are you clean? When was the last
You trying to buy something or what?
time you've used?
You know,
right?
I'll tell you
I'll tell you
what.
what.
I got some secrets.
after the camera ends, I'll tell you what's up.
It's about drugs that I just came about a little recently. The reason why I started, and the reason why I didn't really quit. I want to quit, but then I didn't want to quit because I got to tell you about it later. It's going to change the.
I just said, bro.
It'll change. It'll add to AA.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that were doing drugs and they were not criminally.
Look at this box of wine for box of wine.
Or they weren't trying to get all messed up, and then I kept seeing people.
Addicted Style. Dude, no, he had a lot of songs. It was very famous.
And I know why I didn't.
Are you more clean now than you've been?
Yeah.
So you're not using anything now?
No.
Gotcha. A little alcohol maybe?
No, not even that yet.
Good for you.
I may get a drink later.
Okay.
We'll get a drink later.
Have a drink later.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Celebrate.
Why I didn't.
Are you more clean now than you've been?
Yeah.
So you're not using anything now?
No.
Gotcha. A little alcohol maybe?
No, not even that yet.
Good for you.
I
Good for
may get a
you.
drink later.
Okay. You may have a drink later.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Celebrate.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't.
All right. But
Well,
family's good. Okay.
He's
Anything else?
He's
you want
like,
to share?
I don't. And he was like, what did he say? What that guy said? What did he say? Oh, he doesn't freebase cocaine. And then at the end, he's like, yeah, freebase. We've all seen that one.
Right now would be. So you haven't settled on the $5 million yet.
We sound
the
like
reports are that you
that's what we
settled on the
sound
$5 million. You haven't settled on the $5 million yet. But because you feel that you want more.
Aren't you
not
father?
necessarily bored, but I want to get things, the settlement changed. There are people that, when they grow older, as I've done, they want to retire. And you never know that until you get older and realize that, retire. I mean, it didn't cross my mind.
Yeah.
So they
now you want to feel that you're owed that you should be able to retire on your music.
No, I don't want to retire. Yeah, I want to retire music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to retire and keep on playing.
He sounds like John Cena. He wants to retire fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
I feel better when I'm doing something.
Hell yeah.
All right. So now,
Minute, have 2 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. So now what? As far as
You used to fuck
what's
Carlos.
next for you? So you're
wife.
just gonna continue to play.
And I'm looking for a new puppy.
Are you looking for a dog?
Yeah.
What kind of dog are you looking for?
Talking about
Probably
R2.
maybe a bull mastiff or a cross between a bull mastiff and maybe a Great Dane or.
That's awesome. I'm a huge dog lover. Let me ask you this
I don't
though.
know.
The dilemma with that is to have a Great Dane or a bull mastiff in an RV might not be the.
When my buddy here, he'll be there.
What's that?
He should be there, or he'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let him out.
All right. You gonna do a rescue or you gonna buy one? Probably a rescue, huh?
I don't.
All right, what is this?
The guys, they don't mean bad, but to avoid.
Come on, Michael
In fact,
Jackson.
that was a point where I was gonna just quit, and then I thought about the fans and also musicians that need to know how to avoid certain things. And certain people.
Yeah.
You know that they don't mean. I don't necessarily. I don't think the guys, they don't mean bad, but they turned into managers and enjoyers.
Did he just said that the guys that diddled him in bed turned into lawyers and managers? Did you just hear that?
You know that they don't mean. I don't. And also musicians that need to know how to avoid certain things. And certain people.
Yeah.
You know that they don't mean. I don't necessarily.
They don't
I don't think the guys, they don't mean bad, but
They don't mean bad. Okay, I thought he said they diddled him in bed. Okay. Damn, this is the one time the captions was right on YouTube? What the fuck? That never happens.
they turned into.
Unless. What do you guys think? You see, they don't mean bad, or they diddled him in bed.
There was a point where I was gonna just quit, and then I thought about the fans and also musicians that need to know how to avoid certain things. And certain people.
Yeah.
You know that they don't mean. I don't necessarily. I don't think the guys, they don't mean bad, but they turned into managers and enjoyers and many things that they don't know how musicians feel.
I mean, you can go either way. What do you mean they don't mean bad, and what are they doing? And Same time, it doesn't sound like he's saying diddled me in bed, and they turn it into all this. So it does not matter what he's saying. It matters that shit happened. Ah.
Yeah.
No, it's not this. So it's like I'll explain it later because I lived it.
Yeah.
And guys, I want musicians to know that there's a way to keep happy regardless.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, you mind if we get a couple of last photos here with this one here, and then let me just make sure I'm good.
Okay. Diddled him in bed. They don't mean bad. I'm actually gonna play Sly Stone in the bio movie. I hope so. That's actually a good fucking joke. Mark Dickinson. I'm not laughing, but that's actually a really good one. All white version of the color purple. And yeah, you can do that. R2 should come back as K quick. I mean, he's Ron Killings right now. It was all the work. And that's a crazy. What? Here's a good one right here.
Did your wife ever say things to you like our wives say to us, you know, be careful when you go out in the car? Does she ever say before a fight, be careful, don't get hurt or anything?
Strange, never.
Never occurs
My
to
mother neither. Don't worry
Really?
a bit.
Do you ever, is it ever concern you that you could really get injured in that ring? Do you think about that at all?
No, let me tell you something. I guess it's because I know it. You couldn't pay me to be a jet plane pilot.
Damn.
You couldn't pay me to get.
You get in the ring with guys like George Foreman and you.
I was on a plane not long ago. Some kind of smoke alarm went off in it, and smoke started coming off, and stewardess running back and forth. It's a scary feeling.
Oh.
You know,
What do you do in
when
a
you
case
look
that?
down and you can't see nothing but houses, and if an engine pop or something blow up, you just see death. You know there ain't no way out of this.
Now, when that happened, did you pray?
That's a silly question.
No, it isn't. Because, man,
Yeah,
I'd be
pray.
well into
I
some
pray when
prayer.
it don't happen.
Really?
So I don't wait till it happens. That's the
Yeah,
fault
get
with
down,
me.
brother.
See, I pray before takeoff. I said, let it take off, Allah. I use the term Allah. I don't say Jesus. I say Allah.
Right,
See, the book says, he who calls on my name shall be saved. And black folks been calling
Jeshua,
Jesus for
too.
400 years and still getting hung. See, but we who call on Allah don't get me. We free. We Muslims. We call on the right God. And I call on Allah. And I've been on planes and did everything. And I've had white passengers to come on and say, we're glad you on this plane.
Really?
Jesus Christ! What is that?
Wise ones. The average man wouldn't know it, but wise ones.
Fucking
I said,
goddamn
why you
puns
do that out?
he's
He
got.
said, you have too much to do. This fellow told me a week ago. He said, you have too much to do, too much of your people, you represent too much, and I know you and I are going to go this way. And when I heard you in first class, I quit worrying about this plane. Some people, seriously, they get on a plane and see a bishop, a cardinal, or a priest, and they really feel better. They see 5 or 6 sisters, Catholic sisters. They really feel better to know that these people on the plane, they feel God is with them.
I always, on the way in, if I can peek in there and get a look at the pilot, and if he recognizes me, I always want to know what kind of a night he had. I check on that. I want to make sure he wasn't out.
But to answer your question, like,
He was getting
we
fucked
don't worry
up.
too much about getting hurt. You get hurt in cars. People die every day. Race cars, they hit walls and burn
Yeah.
up. And listen, if you get yourself in condition
Where's
and you
Sly
know what you're
Stone?
doing,
He's
you're not
right
too much
here.
like a plane pilot. He don't worry about it. He knows how much the plane will take, and I don't. So I'm more frightened than he is.
You're in the right mood for some Muhammad Ali poetry. Have you got something for us today?
A little something that says, riding on my horse of hope, holding in my hand the rein of courage,
Oh my God! I should make this into a song, right?
dressed in the armor of patience.
Oh my God! The inspiration just came.
freestyle mix with artists such as Stevie B, Lisa.
The helmet of endurance on my head. I started on my journey to the land of love. Yeah, that's nice. Dressed. Little something says, riding on my horse.
That's this fucking rap.
Of hope, holding in my hand the rein of courage, dressed in the armor of patience, the helmet of endurance on my head. I started on my journey to the land of love. Yeah, that's nice.
That's very nice. We'll be right back.
When we first started.
When I first took a shit in your house and you didn't say it smelled around and you sprayed the Febreze, I went insane. I said, oh my God, I gotta live here today. Let me leave today, leave today. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I was like, where the fuck did the music go? Anyways. Where the fuck is Sly? Here comes Sly. Oh, fuck.
You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole the property and left it with you, and you still guilty because you keep it.
Oh my God, the motherfucker's spitting fire, bro. You know, you want to be courageous. You want to be fucking fantasious. You want to be something that you be
none of you
egotistical maniac. What's something with the N-word racist?
politicians talk about repaying us for the 400 years of slave labor. You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole.
Oh my God, he's fucking spitting fire, right? He's spitting fire. He's spitting fire. Let's see. What can I put on? That sounds see if this will work. Bro, he's fucking spitting fire. No, not that. Where's the music? Work. Yeah, this might work. Hold on. This might work. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what fucking he wants to say. Yeah.
The property and left it with you, and you still country politicians mentions it. We got dope problems, gang fighting among self, a lack of love for self, no respect for our women. We don't have no property. We don't have no land. We worked 400 years to make this country the wealthiest country on the planet. None of you politicians talk about repaying us for the 400 years of slave labor. You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole the property and left it with you, and you still guilty because you keep it. All the TV stations, all the exhibitions, the Ramadians, the Holiday Inns, all the land, everything is yours. So ain't nothing in politics for us.
Yeah, but as a politician, couldn't you
nothing with you, and you still guilty because the wealth is controlling the planet. None of you politicians talk about repaying us for the 400 years of slave labor. You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole the property and left it with you, and you still guilty because you keep it. All the TV stations, all the lecture stations, the Ramadians, the Holidays, and all I see is the problem. See, I'm looking at the black people as a nation, and all of our problems, you all don't have nothing to solve them. See, we need a spiritual, divine man, and I believe Elijah Muhammad is that man. We have prostitution problems in New York City mainly, and all I see is the black sisters being used by all type men, and ain't no politicians mentions it. We got dope problems, gang fighting among themselves, a lack of love for self, no respect for our women. We don't have no property. We don't have no land. We worked 400 years to make this country. The wealth is controlling the planet. None of you politicians talk about repaying us for the 400 years of slave labor. You're not the ones who slaved us, who lynched us, or raped us, but your people stole the property and left it with you, and you still guilty because you keep it. All the TV stations, all the lecture stations, the Ramadians, the Holidays, all the land, everything is yours. So ain't nothing in politics for us.
Yeah, but as a politician, couldn't you help the blacks?
No, because I got to have the white man's flag over me, and I got to represent all.
No, you don't. I'll change. I disagree with that, Muhammad. There are a lot.
Damn. He laid it on him. That was a fucking fat rat. Nice. Alright, what do you guys say in the chat? Tanner's in the chat. Tanner. What did you even fucking eat, Tanner? Tanner ate dick. Where's my other one? There you go. Where the fuck what's this thing get in there? Let's see.
Blacks in Congress, and they don't have the white man's flag.
I don't fuss with the brother on TV.
No, I know
That's
that.
gonna be niggas and fools and white people. Let me talk to them. I'm talking to them.
Yeah, I'm talking to everybody here.
Well, I'm talking to them now.
Take your hand, please. I'm talking to everybody here.
Let me talk to them. They asked me questions.
I understand.
This is our problem.
I understand.
You understand? We got to get together.
We're not going to.
And I don't think politics have a problem. I'm talking.
He's like, we got no
brothers.
problem. He goes, we got no problem.
I'm not going to.
Let me talk to them. I'm talking to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everybody here.
Well, I'm talking to them now.
Take your hand, please. I'm talking to everybody here.
Let me talk to them. They asked me questions.
I understand.
This is our problem.
I understand.
You understand? We got to get together.
We're not going to.
And I don't think politics have a problem. I'm talking to brothers.
No, but I want to change the color of the flag. I'm serious about it.
I'm not. Okay.
You talk about the flag over your head.
If we gonna change the color of the flag, okay, that's a heck of a job.
Yeah. Well, it is a job.
See, now we're getting on stuff that don't make no sense. We were talking about something.
I guess it makes more sense to Bessie Ross.
People can look at this and see what I'm talking about. I hope the people can watch this show and see what I'm talking about.
Well, they will. They look at Mike Douglas every
black
day.
people understand.
Black people do understand, brother.
What I was saying was this, is that I don't think I can be in no office in this government and don't represent the country.
Yeah.
Which represents all the people. I'm not saying it's bad to represent all the people. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to represent all people one day. But
what you do, man.
But now, wait a minute.
Charity starts
First of all, to get into
charity
office.
starts first at home. God helps those who help themselves. I got to help myself and clean up myself and love myself and do for myself before I can go to help others. I don't have time to help white people because there's enough white people to help white people. I don't have enough time to help no Jews. There's enough billionaire Jews to help the Jews.
There's enough black people to help black people.
Right, so that's what we're going to do. Now you're talking. So my program is only worrying about my people first. That's what I'm saying. And I can't be in no politics saying I'm just for the black people. It's not right.
Look up.
Where do you live, though, brother?
Oh, shit.
We'll be right back, right after this message. Be right back.
Oh, shit.
Times on a show like this where we cut away for the commercial breaks.
Telling them straight up, and where do you live, my brother? And he's like, he shuts the fuck up because he's like, bro, I live in a mansion. I ain't helping out anybody with my money. I'm making it my own money. But let me fucking press everybody on for other people. I like a lot of stuff. We gotta say in the chat. Big G in the chat. What's up? Can y'all hear that though?
A lot of things you said that I'd like to hear repeated. I'd like you to repeat what you said about the congresswoman from Texas.
Well, I want to say this to Muhammad before, and we got a little side argument going. One of the brightest minds in the United States Congress today is a freshman congresswoman from Texas, a black woman by the name of Barbara Jordan. I think she can get I think she can get to the heart of the problem about as quick as anybody. We had a meeting just a few days ago with
That'd be Barbara
group of
Bush.
British parliamentarians to talk about common problems, and I took her there. I asked her as a special favor to go to this meeting.
Yeah, but he's saying
And
there's so
she
many
was-
black people that have a lot to say.
Well, that's true, but there's a lot of white people that have a lot to
Right.
say in Congress, but
they've
there only
been
can be
saying it.
435 congressmen
And
at
they've
any
been saying
given
it for
time.
400 years.
Well, the blacks now are getting elected, and let me say this, Barbara Jordan was elected from a constituency that doesn't have a majority of blacks.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that he doesn't care about being elected.
Well,
He was
that's
elected black.
that's up to him to go to decide that. That's not for me to say, but I am saying
but
that
it
some
should be.
black people are making a contribution in that field.
But isn't it time that we all live together?
Well, I don't think we can live
Time for living. Time
Damn.
for giving.
I
They're
don't
like-
think we can live
they're like, take over the
segregated. I
show,
don't
say
think you
something.
can segregate the Jews into one compartment, the blacks into another, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants into another, the Catholics into another. I think we're all here in this country, and we're going to have to live
Oh,
together
take
and get along together.
I thought you said
And,
you were saying something else.
Your entertainment wouldn't go if nobody but blacks went to it, or paid, or got admissions, and your
I'll
fights.
stop right there.
Your fights
I
wouldn't
wanna
gross
say one
what they
thing.
do if the whites didn't
I want to say
contribute.
one thing. If didn't a white man come to hear him, if we got 40 million black people that love his music, he don't need no white artists. I just
Well,
want
there's
to say.
no 40 million
but
white
that's not
people
the
in this
point.
country. There's
I'm
only
just
11
saying,
million.
I can't let you stay on the TV.
Jesus
and
Christ.
say that he wouldn't make it if it wasn't for the white people.
Well, I'm not saying he wouldn't make it, but I'm saying he wouldn't make it as big as he did.
You're right, if we them white people promote it. No. I got one more thing to say too.
Okay, now what
One for the black people.
what he's saying is that it does not make you big
something else.
because white people come.
Congressman didn't say that. He said that it
know
wouldn't
it.
go as
I'm just
big,
saying
he
what he
said.
said.
Nor would your fights,
And
is
your
what he
country
said.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us.
Well, they don't need it.
America wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't for my people slaving and working for 400 years and you white people fighting in all of your wars.
Yeah.
Then you talk about if I didn't, white people come to my fights, wouldn't have no money. We built the country.
That's right.
We fought in all the wars. We were lynched. We were captured. We were murdered. And
Some of us were in on that.
We want to give you a little bit. We want to give you some credit, Mohammed. But after all, you're 11 million out of 210 million, so you didn't
Damn.
do everything. The whites did something too. You know.
You did do
Everybody made a contribution.
You did do something. You killed off all the Indians, then you brought us over and
Indians?
robbed us.
Yeah, but what Mike's trying to say is that
You did all
there's
that.
a way to say all of this without having any animosity.
Exactly.
That's right. I buy
Yeah,
that.
well, sweet. Ain't no animosity. Ain't nobody hitting nobody.
But it should not sound like that.
Words are more powerful than fists.
That's why. That's why animosity. That's
I think
why.
it's a fairly simple argument.
All right. That's enough of that. Actually, it's not enough of that. I just gotta take a piss. That show is actually getting pretty dope. Not that song. Take a piss real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Bitch. Blah. Check. All right, cool. It's like a motherfucker. Where's everybody at? Tanner, Big G. Fuck. Look at this first single. Expose Dance. This first single. What are you talking about? What are we even? Check. There we go. Check. Were you even watching what we were watching? What the fuck do you mean Selena's first single? Okay. Vaginas. It's 420. You see what that means? That bowl. No more piss break. I'll get rid of that. Where's it at? Chat. Chat. There we go. All right, I'm back. Fuck yeah. I have to make all these new scenes, so I'm just not used to the typical ones I go to. Check. The typical ones that I go. Fuck, is my cord too? Bro, I have to do everything. Oh, I hate life. Okay, hopefully that sticks. So RIP to Sly Stone. That was a fucking beast. I mean, pretty sure you guys are beast too over here. You guys are still awake? Let's see what I got here. A lot of stuff that he was saying, like he's in the middle of shit, talking shit.
Simplistic.
It reminds me of like Bruce Lee. It reminds me of like Frank Zappa. They would just always get cut off. And he's like, bro, I'm not here for any of that. I just want to live in peace.
We're having here. On the one hand, saying, why can't we all live together? Now we know that it's tough to live together, and we know that there are animosities, and we know that there's back dues and back pay and back things that are owed to people, and not just to blacks, to Indians as well, and to women as well, and to other minorities.
It is not simplistic.
Well, there's nothing simplistic. The man and his wife don't live together in perfect harmony all the time.
I'll tell you one thing.
Sometimes they have problems.
You take a house, you take a country, you kill off all the Indians, you kill off the blacks, and you get everything is yours. Now you say, let's live together without giving up nothing or repaying. Now you want peace. You got everything now. You done conquered the world. Now you want to be peaceful. But people ain't rested. They don't want no peace.
Yeah, but if somebody said, I only care for whites, we would label him by very ugly epithets. And if I said, I only care for Jews and nothing else, I would be labeled as an exclusionary,
I only care for the
elitist.
freedom. I only care for the freedom and the unity of my people. Everybody else has got it.
Not really.
No, not true.
Not everybody else.
I don't buy that.
Well, I tell you what. I bet you the Viet Cong, who we black people, not me, I wasn't fool enough to go, who those who helped fight, I bet you the Viet Cong is more citizens and can come here and put on a little suit and get more freedom and move in neighborhoods and put up business where Negroes can't.
I believe that.
No, that's not right.
I believe that.
They're under a dictatorship just like the Russians.
The Japanese can, the Germans can. Everybody that's not American can go and do what Negroes can do. So quit being hypocrites on this TV. The whole world know Negroes the lowest, the most down, the most disrespected, and the less.
Damn, he's going off on that shit.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing.
Well, what
Don't
about
have
the
no
white
home.
man who can't pay his rent?
Well,
There's
it's
a
his
lot of
fault.
them.
It's his damn country. He should get out there.
You know.
That's his fault.
Yeah.
It's his damn country.
Not all the poor are black, and not
I
all
know
the poor
you got
are
some
white.
poor white. Well, then I'm working for my black brothers. You look out for your white brothers.
That's what I said.
He was ready to fucking box everybody on there. What the fuck? All right. Oh wait, wrong one. Let's go something else. You're still alive. Yeah, cha-chat. It's 420, damn it. I missed 420. Fuck. Yeah, let's get it. All right, my bad. had to go put up food. Or like, I forgot I had like cucumbers, I had like steak, all this shit. I was like, fuck. I want to go put up that shit and then take a piss. Now I'm back. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, dude, I feel like everybody left. Goddamn. You guys are still around? You guys are still alive? Check. Well, I guess I'll just cheers to myself. Feel like you guys are still watching, but not really. Big G just said, let's go in the chat, and then he like laughed. He like dipped. Big G. I don't know. Checking on what's going on in the D world. Nothing. Tried to have a conversation last night with fucking Mark Dickinson last night on Discord. That went nowhere. No, but the thing is that it's his microphone. It sucks. But mine does too. This one they cut off Bruce Lee's fucking interview.
Is it true that you were the first job you had was being cast as Charlie Chan's number one?
Yeah, number one son. Yeah. No,
they never made the movie.
No. They were gonna make it into like a new Chinese James Bond type of a thing. Now that the old man Chan is dead, Charlie is dead, and his son is carrying on.
But they didn't do that.
No.
Talks about Kung
That
Fu.
man came along, you see, because and then everything was started to be going into that, that kind of
which you were in. But
by the way, I did a really terrible job in that, I have to say.
Really? You didn't like yourself? I didn't see it. Let me ask you, however, about the problems that you face as a Chinese hero in an American series. Have people come up in the industry and said, well, we don't know how the audience are going to take a non-American?
Well,
this is where it happens.
Such question has been raised. In fact, it is being discussed, and that is why The Warrior is not going to be on.
That was Kung Fu. That's Kung Fu. The Warrior was going to be Kung Fu.
Because, unfortunately, such thing does exist in this world, you see, like, I don't know, certain part of the country, right? Where, like, they think that business-wise, it's a risk. And I don't blame them, I mean, in the same way, it's like in Hong Kong, if a foreigner come and became a star, if I were the man with the money, I probably would have my own worry of whether or not the acceptance would be there. But that's all right, because if you honestly express yourself, it doesn't matter, see? Because
are you, how about the other
Look
side
at
of the coin? Is it possible...
Oh, let's get off the subject.
I mean, you're fairly hip and fairly Americanized. Are you too Western for Oriental audiences, do you think?
Oh, man, like, how? I have been criticized for that.
You have, eh?
Oh, yes, definitely. So.
He was born in San Francisco.
Well,
he went back to
let
China.
me say this. When I do the Chinese film, I'll try my best not to be as
came back
American
bigger
as
star.
have been adjusted to for the last 12 years in the States. But when I go back to the States, it seems to be the other way around. You know what I mean?
Too exotic, eh?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're trying to get me to do too many things that are really for the sake of being exotic. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, sure.
He's like,
So it's really, I mean, it's
when you live in both worlds, it brings its problems as well as its advantages, and you've got both.
What do you guys
Time
think
to
of
go
the
to a
chat?
commercial. I'll be back in a moment with Bruce Lee. Let me ask you whether the change in
Now, do you
attitude
guys think
on the
that
part
the-
of the
Okay,
Nixon
so-
administration.
So, like, back then it was like, you have to be, basically it wouldn't, white men were doing, be Chinese fucking old men and shit. You always heard that one, that same old, it was just the same old character over and over. He didn't want to do that.
Towards China has helped your chances of starring in an American TV series.
Well, it doesn't stop John Cena, but then again, they were both born in the States, so yeah.
Well,
But it
first
just
of
happens to
all,
be Asian
this
looking.
happened before that.
Yeah.
But I do think that things of Chinese will be quite interesting for the next few years. I mean, not that I'm politically, inclining toward anything.
No, I understand
what I'm
that.
saying?
I'm just wondering.
But I mean, once the opening of China, that it will bring more understanding.
Yeah.
More things that are, like different, and maybe in the contrast of comparison, some new thing might grow. So therefore, I mean, it's a very rich period to be in. I mean, like if I were born, let's say, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
If I have a thought in my mind, I said, boy, I'm gonna star in a movie or star in a television series in America. Well, that might be a vague dream, but I think right now, maybe, man.
You still think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
You know what I want to think of myself? As a human being. Because, I mean, I don't want to sound like, as Confucius say, but under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different.
Okay, we got to go. Thank you, Bruce Lee, for coming here. Thank you for
Pierre.
watching.
Thank you.
People are different, and he walked away from that shit. He's like, all right, we gotta go. What is that music in the background? Oh, it sounds pretty sick. Cutting it off. Kill switch. Oh, it's fucking, what do you call it? Corpse, drum corpse style. Okay. Anyways. Seems like you guys fell asleep on me again. It's all good. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here anyways. I'm gonna make some fucking, I got some food I'm gonna make. Got some leftover steak. Probably. If not, I got other shit. I'm just gonna munch on fucking shit. Watch some fucking shit while I take a shit. All three at once. Said I was going to be live for a while, so you guys be safe. Have fun.